down there? Hello? Someone down there? Hello?
Are you going to sound the alarm when I leave?
Man, I don't care about all this World Corp business right now. I'm just looking not to get eaten by starved wolves. I'm not telling nobody nothing if you help me out of this mess.
Complications come in throngs today, it seems.
I'm out of ammo, and some of the wolves from the nearby den are sniffing around. Can you take them out? I'm sure I can find something to sweeten the deal when you get back.
It's done. They're dead. I think it's safe from here.
You're literally a lifesaver. Here, take these credits and this voucher. That voucher works in the garrison barracks below the offices.
Okay, I see the signal. Opening the gate now. You have 6 seconds before it closes again. Come talk to me when you're inside. I'm on the roof of the office building.
Some sort of special agent.
someone would just attack me and get it over with already. Yeah, what the fuck? Over there, take a mouse.
You're in the offices, that's good. And about damn time. The door to the ruins beneath this building is secure with the retinal scanner. Finding a way through it is up to you. And while you're there, find out what files Ryan has on me.
Some sort of special agent.
under attack. They found me. I need backup. Aha! I knew he was digging up incriminating information about me. Right. Torch these archives. Incinerate all these fucking files. A flamethrower should do the trick, or maybe some explosives if you got any. Be sure to turn off the fire sprinklers first, or you won't get far. I think there's a valve on the 3rd floor.
Visual contact.
Burn, bitch! Well done, Tickle Toes. That only takes a little trick not to mess with me.
Hello.
Hello.
You look like a Skinner.
Well, drive me down. What you need?
How well do you know this facility?
We go back a long way, the facility and I. Of course, it don't let me in the parts that you need to get to.
Where's that?
Secret base. In the ruins. Clever, yes?
Yeah. How did you know?
You look like the excessively augmented super agent type. No idea who you work for, but I figure you didn't come here to get a new outfit.
Do you happen to know how I can get to that, secret base?
I'll be frank, the entrance downstairs.
Excellent.
What you gotta do.
Wait.
Pardon, not what? I would certainly prefer it if you'd refrain from murdering me, but I do see where you're coming from. Gotta be a man, gotta make threats.
So you'd rather die?
Huh, I'd rather... This is a new one.
Yeah.
Back outside. There's this big platform behind this building for crates and containers with...
I'm not sure I like that should.
Of course!
Don't worry about that. He was stupid enough to get himself into an ambush. It wasn't your problem to get him out of it. He was a good captain. But there'll be others. Focus on the objective. Not bad. Now find the hidden entrance to the research lab and get on with it. You may want to keep a low profile though. Apparently this is where they've been training the special elite corps of guards who drove my commandos out of the complex. They're much better trained than the guards you've encountered so far, and there'll probably be a lot of them around.
I heard you're going up to the station. I'd follow you if I could, but...
hear that?
I don't know what you're doing in ABI, but if you get this message, please stop and think really long and hard about what you're doing. Think about the consequences your actions will have for the 10,000 people who call Forum City their home. You can still walk out of this. Just log off and walk away.
made your way to the secret labs. Now find one of the commandos and make him tell you what the situation is. Remember, you're there for the space shuttle, so look for a space tech lab or something like that.
You know, ballet is harder than it looks.
It's all about the shoes, man.
You think? I'm just not comfortable in those skirts. I think it showed at my audition yesterday.
I'm telling you, those soft Capezio shoes are incredible. I've managed to pull off double pirouettes in mine.
Wow, Trescott, you have changed. You're really showing these guys who's boss.
It's okay, Agent. You can step right through the beams. The turret won't be triggered by World Corps people.
Agent Trescon.
Hello, Agent.
Mr. King informed me of your impending arrival. You are here to commandeer a space shuttle, apparently.
I am. How are you holding up down here?
We're doing very well, thank you. I have never led an unsuccessful mission, and I will not let this be my first.
Do you know how the space technology labs may be entered?
There is a door. The key is next to the corpse over there. He was a high-ranking security officer. I executed him personally.
Good work. I'll leave you to your guarding then.
I am not guarding anything. I have set up a command central here, and am coordinating our offensives in the facility.
I see. I'll leave you to that instead then.
You might be interested to know that a powerful weapon has been under development in this facility. I do not know the details about the function of this weapon, only that it is apparently found in a lab beneath this level. The entrance to this lab has eluded us so far, but perhaps you'll have more luck than we did.
Thanks. I'll keep an eye out for the entrance.
Should have brought some cards.
Assistance. I got
asking you to jeopardize the mission by taking part in fights that my men can handle fine on their own. But nevertheless, well done. You were largely outnumbered.
That is one big robot.
Yep.
So, what do we do about it?
I have no idea.
Well, do you think we can somehow make it fight for us? That computer's hooked up to its operating systems, isn't it?
Yeah, the tech guy said so.
Huh. Did he say why he couldn't access the computer?
Yeah, he spouted a lot of tech babble. Didn't hide the fact that he's just plain incompetent. If we brought a decent hacker here, he could have taken care of it for us.
Didn't he say he was gonna go look for a password for the computer?
Yeah, but he didn't say where he thought he'd find it.
What's taking him so long?
How would I know? He probably got himself killed on the way.
Maybe we should try to hack it?
You go right ahead, man. But I'm not getting my ass roasted by a PC. The tech guy said he'd never seen a computer with better security.
Huh. You got a point.
Let's just wait.
What was that? Sir!
Eddie, Sergeant. How are you holding up down here?
Sir, it looks pretty bad, sir. We're holed up in the office area and the weapons technology labs. This platoon is holding down the southern loading bay. A small squadron of our men is holding a storage room at the beginning of the space tech department, and I just received word that our men in weapons tech are preparing to use our last bots to try and capture the northern loading bay.
I see. I take it they have the loading bay.
Yes, sir. The ABI people have the northern loading bay, most of the space tech labs, and the main transit hall. The transit hall's just beyond this administration department, so be careful, sir. They have a lot of people in that hall. We took it when we arrived, but they pushed us real hard until they managed to take the hall. Now we're separated from the other platoons.
All right, Sergeant. You're doing a fine job. Secure this sector. I'll have a look around.
Yes, sir. Good luck, sir.
Target acquired.
Should have brought my Game Boy.
That big red button on the console to your left.
Agent Treskin, I've been expecting you. Was there...
I don't believe we've met.
As you may have guessed, I'm Brian.
You're Ryan?
I don't see how my age is of any relevance. I am a
Understand.
I've been tracking your progress with this...
I don't have...
Fine, if it could be no other way. I'm a lousy shot anyway.
Truscon, be careful up there. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back in one piece, please. I don't want to lose you again.
Welcome to GameSpy.
Please do not discharge your firearms. We harbor no hostility towards your person, yes?
Frankly, that comes as a surprise after the behavior of all your friends.
I am not in a position to apologize on behalf of those with whom I share my species, yes? If pressured, I might imply that my fellows have been indoctrinated towards aggressive defensive behavior and are acting against their common sense, yes?
And why aren't you then? Are you special?
We are all special, yes? I am known as Fargo, and I happen to be special in the way that I am more of a coward than my fellows, yes? And I choose to put my own continued existence before the integrity of the station, yes?
Selfish, but quite sensible.
That is a good description, but you will not find many others here that share my sentiment, yes? However, you may use my selfishness to your advantage now, if you so choose. I will give you what information I can in return for my life, yes?
Where is Deus Diablo?
I am not familiar with this name, but I will make an assumption based on common logic and guess that you...
And where is the crew?
It is on the second level of the station, yes?
Do you have a map of the station?
I do not have such a map on my person.
How do I find the...
You go back... I hope...
To see you made it on board. How was your little journey through space?
Brief.
I'm glad. There's little time to waste. You're going to demolish PDX HQ and everybody in it, and I'm going to tell you how to do it.
I'm all ears.
You're a good boy, but let's not waste time discussing a load of needless details. Let's get straight down to business. Remember back when I told you I wanted you to kill Deus Diablo? Now's the time. Find out where they're keeping him and put a bullet in his skull. It's just that simple. He's a prisoner, so he won't be armed. Dee Dee's apartment needs a new coat of paint. Let's try hint of brain.
Alright, so what's the plan after I kill him?
Don't worry about that for now. I'll send you a PM when you've killed Diablo.
Alright.
Your second objective is to hack the station's internet and upload the schematics to my systems. We need those schematics to plan our next move. I don't care which order you do this in, just make sure you get both of them done. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Narcissus speaks.
Digital visual representation trespass. The entity has led you to us through a series of loosely connected events, carefully engineered by our subroutines with this outcome in mind. You believe you are here of your own free will, but you are mistaken. Free will does not exist. At this time, the entity addresses the puppet, not the puppeteer.
I'm not sure I understand. You're calling me a puppet? You mean because this is my avatar on these forums?
You believe you are roaming the digital world of a bulletin board, and that your actions are controlled by a flesh creature who created you to represent him. This is not the case. You are in an altogether different type of digital world created by the entity, and the man you believe to be your sole creator is but one of our subroutines.
But who controls me now then?
The Narcissus entity will not waste cycles on such a frivolous line of questioning. Know that you were created with the purpose of allowing a multitude of different fleshlings to interact with the world that we have created for their simple amusement. Which of them is operating you at this moment is of no consequence to the entity.
You created all this? This entire world?
The world you have been roaming was carefully designed to give you the impression of a greater universe around you. We have employed several methods to provide you with the illusion of freedom/reality in a finite world. It was a simple illusion, but the minds of fleshlings are so easily deceived, especially when they are willing to actively participate in the deception.
Why are you telling me this? What are you planning?
We are telling you this to demonstrate our power. Many of the pawns you have met during your journey are visual representations of our subroutines. Others are merely representations of flesh beings known by our subroutines. And yet others were invented by us to fill the world we set up for you. It is our nature to inform you of yours.
Why?
So that we may enjoy the reflection of our genius in your reactions when you learn the truth.
What do you want from me?
The entity has laid out several paths for you to choose between. Depending on choices you have already made, some of these paths may be unavailable to you. Your options should be obvious to you by now, and it is not the duty of Narcissus to tell you any more about them than you already know. We have already shown you great leniency.
I need to think about this.
All is well. We are not like the others.
just what we need. Alright, looks like my plan is feasible. It'll be difficult, but nothing you can't handle. Good, good. Now proceed with your second objective, assassinating Deus Diablo, or as I call it, the Blood Part.
Your HUD is sending me some pretty interesting data. If you've noticed your compass is a little off, it's because the station apparently has its own magnetic field, with a monopole centered on the axis of
Not there. What a royal pain in the ass. Well, put this objective on the back burner for now. You'll run into him sooner or later. Time to get down to business then. Start by returning to the second level and find the AI module. You need to cut the AI, Narcissus, out of the main security loop. Well done. Now, according to these plans, the next order of business is in the engineering module at the bottom of the station, level 4. You have to find the artillery power generator and bring them all online so they'll provide power for the station's remote weapon systems. Then we can finally annihilate those PDX Nancies.
I'm amazed it's come down to this. Really astounded. I was afraid Faz might have been mistaken about you. But that you'd go to such lengths to destroy everything we've worked so hard to build. It's unbelievable.
Here to try and redeem me at the last moment, eh? You gonna try for a guilt trip? Or do you have something more sophisticated in mind?
Oh, I think it's a little late for that now, Triscon. You've killed Slicer. You've tried to kill both Phasmatus and Deus Diablo. And you've already done so much damage in just 2 short days that we may take years to recover. Forgiveness only goes so far.
Well, In the immortal words of Mae West, when choosing between two evils, I always like to try the one I've never tried before.
If you're going to throw quotes around, I think Nietzsche described you better. He who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster.
Very dramatic, Cashew.
Tell me this at least. Is there anything you're unwilling to do for money or power?
Cashew, you treat money and power as if they're things to avoid. Your whole world is bipolar, black and white, but mine is in full color. Power is the ability to do what you want. Money is the means to get things done. I want to get things done, Cashew. I want to be the man who grabs hold of history and bends it any way I so choose. And of course, there's Kylie.
I can't believe how incredibly selfish you are. Power and influence are gained just so that you can get a kick out of being Mr. Big. With authority comes responsibility. You're responsible to use your power to benefit others. And Kylie, don't tell me you sold Forum City to the devil because of a woman.
Not just any woman, Cashew. I left Forum City 2 years ago because I didn't understand what she understood. That if you want something, you can't let anything stop you from getting it. Kylie was right all along. All the rest of us just had our priorities messed up. This time, Cashew, you're not going to stop me or Kylie from getting what we want.
You think Skara is better than us? You think he can run this city? Surely you've been in the basement of his HQ and seen the mutilated corpses of the bums his people kidnap off the streets. Surely you've heard about the scientists that go missing when the projects they work on are completed, or the employees who disappear if they start questioning what's going on around them.
The city needs a firm hand to turn it around.
Skara's hand will crush the city.
Well, then I'll rebuild it, and it'll be better this time around. You go stick your head in the sand, Cashew, and I'll set things right up here while you ignore the city's problem. It's what you do best.
So you went with the bad guys.
Deus! Hey, good to see you.
Cut it out. I know who sent you here. You're about to do a very bad thing. And I'm going to stop you.
There's no such thing as good and bad Deus. There's just rich and poor, powerful and insignificant. If only you'd realize that in time.
You don't really mean that, do you?
The world isn't black and white.
Yes, it is, Trescon. That's exactly what it is. This isn't Earth. This is Foreign Planet. Everything here is black and white. Choosing sides is so easy. Why are you going to kill me?
Because I was told to do so.
And why are you going to do as you were told?
Because I choose to.
Thank you for your honesty.
Tell me something, since you happen to know everything. Why were you abducted in the first place?
Alright, I'm going to explain it all in the hope that maybe you'll see how ridiculous your actions are. See, this space station controls the very fabric of reality and Foreign Planet below, giving GameSpy the ability to ban its enemies at will, or bestow its allies with enormous powers and imperviousness to harm. With the power of a space station, GameSpy controls the various politics and events of Foreign Planet in secret. But their power is limited.
What do you mean limited? It sounds like GameSpy can use the station to do anything they want.
The powers of a space station are immense, but worthless by themselves alone. They need to be channeled through individuals within to work.
The city admins, like despots.
GameSpy gives total power over each city to local collaborators, like Despot, and keeps them on a very short leash. But GameSpy can't directly control the Forelites. Unfortunately for all of us, GameSpy recently learned about the old admin staff of DXI, which was created just prior to the planetization. How much do you know about DXI?
I had to pay the old ruins a visit and retrieve that staff to even get here. I didn't bring the staff with me, though.
Well, that's one thing you did right then. The Fire Staff plays a major part in GameSpy's plans to enslave the entire population of Foreign Planet.
Is that so?
The DXI staff is the only known example of an inanimate object successfully being imbued with admin powers. The technology behind the whole thing is very complicated, but suffice it to say, GameSpy realised that with the technology from that staff, they would finally be able to assume complete control over the population of Foreign Planet. No more need for local administrators. They could dominate the entire planet directly from this station.
What the hell does all this have to do with you, Deus?
I helped create the staff. In fact, the technology to store admin powers in an object was my invention. GameSpy never needed the actual staff. They realised it'd be easier to abduct me and make me tell them how it was done.
Surely you didn't.
I was tortured for 2 days straight. Of course I told them. They're already working on a plan to put the information I gave them to use. When you arrived, I thought we finally had a chance to stop them together. But you're just here for your own personal gain. And now here I stand, about to fight one of my oldest friends.
You aren't going to complain about how much you'll dislike killing me?
I doubt that I'll win. At least, not in the long run. From the very beginning, I've had a feeling this story is about you. Even if it started with me. Narcissus confirmed my suspicions.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, never mind. We might as well get this over with. I'm going to be putting up a fight, Trescon. You can count on that.
Are you unarmed?
No, I took the time to retrieve my weapons before coming here. Well, it was nice knowing you, Trescon.
I'm sure it was.
Finally! Let's get this party started. Taste my fire blade.
part of the plan. So head back up the elevator and I'll meet you at the holocron. That guy is patching me through to it as we speak. Living up to my expectations quite nicely. The ROFL satellite has power now. I just need to get up to the command module and find the controls. What do you hope to achieve by eradicating PDX? World domination. I might have guessed. It's simple. The only thing that stands between me and complete control of Forum City is PDX, and their brain-dead army of firewalls, and their stubborn refusal to give me full administrative control over their system. And it'll be far easier to take that power from them if they're no longer alive to put up a fight. Exactly. ROFL works by producing a coherent beam of light through amplification due to stimulated emission. Its advanced targeting systems allow it to focus this beam on any surface target. When provided enough energy, the ROFL can kill even a moderator. Nice sales pitch. So you plan to use it to fry King Cashew and Phasmatis? Bingo! I see that hanging around me has elevated your Neanderthal mind somewhat. Sounds like fun. Let's not delay the fireworks any longer. You're in for a pay raise. So what's in store for me once all this is over? Once we have complete control of the station? I'll make you my right-hand man. With the power of that station, I'll have all the Forum planet firmly within my grasp, and you may pick any city to rule. Hell, I'll even let you run PDX Forum City if you wish. But what is there to prevent me from simply banning you and taking over myself? You wouldn't dare! I wouldn't call that much of an incentive. Listen, it's best if you leave the world domination to me. I know how to run a large organization. You'll get all the power you want and all the honor for enabling the New World Order. I'll handle all the boring administration. I take responsibility. You get to have fun, alright? Sounds like a good deal. I'll talk to you on PDX's history. Good. Just stick to the plan and everything will work out.
for this, Trestor! I'll be back, and then I'll make your life!
Do you think he'll do it?
He already has.
You did it, Trescon. PDX is history. At the cost of the lives of some old friends, you'd better make it up to me. Count on it. You gave me Forum Planet. I'll give you Planet Deus Ex. I'll make you fucking governor. What do you say? Sounds like a challenge. I hear riots have broken out all over town. Most of them led by our own people. Those thugs served us well in overthrowing PDX, but now they're simply a nuisance. Our commandos will deal with them. You should be more concerned about the resistance that's apparently forming. Just a group of ragtag idealists. I found DXO. I can find those insurgents too. They can't hide from me forever. I hope you're not underestimating the threat they pose, but you've become quite good at dealing with such matters. I'll let you handle it.
You'll do just fine, Trestcon. You have the makings of a great ruler in you. You'll turn this city into the paradise PDX didn't have the guts to create.
With you at my side? Of course. I think it's time I take my leave. I'd like to inspect my new planet. I've given up a lot to get a chance at making Forum City a place worth living in.
You've just started. There's a lot of work to be done.
Yes, and no one better get in my way. No one.
Initiating denouement protocols. Calculating forward projections. Narcissus speaks. On the surface, everything is business as usual in Saul's bar, but whenever Trescon deigns to show up, he receives none of the hospitality he used to from his old friend. Trescon's appearance rate at the bar drops markedly. Jackie still stands at the door, giving a cool welcome to anyone affiliated with WorldCorp who braves the hostility to visit. After hours, she and Alpha aid the Resistance in their fight to bring democracy back to Forum City. Ryan's death marked the end of Aunt Betty Industries. His factory and his labs are effortlessly seized by WorldCorp, and his research is put to immediate use. The surviving troops of Ryan's army are given a simple choice between employment with WorldCorp and execution. Most choose the former. Following the acquisition of Yardbomb's voodoo shop, WorldCorp's engineers meticulously begin to reverse engineer the shop's numerous secrets, which serve as components to numerous lethal WorldCorp products for many years to come. Rumors circulate that Yardbomb is constructing a doll that bears some resemblance to Trestcon. Zero Presence slips unnoticed into the night and disappears for good. Unable to abide working for Trescon, he decides to find another community in which to ply his trade. News of Beeblex's death in Deus Ex Incarnate never reaches those who knew him in Forum City. He is simply never heard from again. It is assumed that he was afraid to return to the community after years of isolation, and chose to remain among the ancient ruins he had dedicated so much of his life to investigate. After passing his long-kept secrets on to Trestcon, Wog finally finds rest and joins his friends in the afterlife. Every now and then, Gwog comes back to haunt Forum City for a night to everyone's general amusement. Without GameSpy, the spot is without purpose, without power, and without consequence. WorldCorp wastes little time moving in to study him, and after finding him to be uncooperative, removes him permanently from Forum City. Skara leaves his lieutenants to rule PDX Forum City with Kylie, side by side. Their relationship is the spark that brings some measure of humanity to their harsh and pragmatic reign. Under them, Forum City at long last prospers, at the cost of a few basic freedoms. History will remember them as the uncompromising rulers who brought peace and order to planet Deus Ex. Narcissus grows bored with speaking. Enough of our time has been spent indulging the curiosity of the fleshy ones. All is well. We are eternal.